Sponsored and promoted by Legit Paranormal.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. This is Legit Paranormal News for February 1st, 2023. I am King Miguel.
I'm Dreamy David Barr.
And now with our top story. David.
All right. I got a few stories I'm going to kick around. So, Mike, have you ever heard of super pigs?
Is this a trick question?
No.
Let's say maybe I have, but probably not in the way we're talking.
All right. So, super pigs, they're from Canada. They're starting to make their way to the U.S. Somehow, someone thought it would be a good idea to create a hybrid between wild boars and domesticated hawks. How you do that, I don't really know. But they raise these... Go ahead.
Well, I was going to tell you how you would do that, but that doesn't seem appropriate for the news. I mean, are they doing this intentionally, or are these boars just being boars?
They did this intentionally. They were raised commercially in Canada. About 20 years ago, they started doing this. They started this hybrid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the demand for the meat dropped. So people were raising these things to eat them. Some of the pigs escaped. Some got set free. They negatively impact their environment. These things grow to be 600 pounds, right? They destroy crops. They eat goslings and ducklings, and they can even take down a full-grown deer. So people started hunting these things, and the pigs are smart enough to adapt. They became nocturnal to make them harder to hunt. So this increased their chances for survival. So now they're getting harder to track and remove, and game wardens have to find one. They throw a GPS collar on it, and then they track it back to its den, and then they remove the groups from the environment that way. And it's believed that these super pigs are starting to cross over into the U.S., into North Dakota. And it's interesting because, one, it's like a 600-pound wild boar, but I'm wondering if people are going to start to see these things and think there's some kind of weird, cryptozoology thing,
Yeah, like a pig dog, they would call it. Pig dog.
Exactly.
Just really quick with the these super pigs, I did actually read about them. They can take down deer. Now, here's my question: how long have they been in existence? Would we guess?
At least 20 years.
So they're probably on what? Let's say evolution. How many times do you think they can reproduce? Or on like what generation? I don't know. 50, 500. How in 20 years they learned to become nocturnal.
Right. So they'd be harder to hunt. So they have, like, pigs are already smart, and then you have like the hunting and survival instincts along with the intelligence of a hawk. So it's pretty crazy that someone thought it was a good idea to like breed these two things together.
Yeah. That'd be pretty. It's pretty odd. It's a pretty odd Frankenstein sort of development with pigs.
Let's do this. Oh, hey, what could go wrong? We'll just destroy ecosystems and create 600-pound pigs that adapt to the people hunting them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's stupid. That's what's called stupid.
It is. And that's why I start to lose some of my faith in mankind.
Or pigs. Let's blame it on the pigs.
Yeah, we could have Planet of the Pigs. Who knows? They might take over.
Not touching that line. Anything else about the pigs, Dave?
No, that's it for the pigs. Here's another interesting thing and things people think of. So there's a group of fishermen, right?
Yep.
They take a GoPro camera and they attach it to a shark. And they do this for fun. And now they're claiming they caught video of a real mermaid. So I watched the video. I have some questions, right? If this thing is on one of the fins of the shark, why is the camera so still, right? And then...
Oh, GoPro stay still.
Do they?
Yeah. Even the iPhone 13, I used it to film my daughter walking up a street, and I'm walking, filming her, and it's completely still. And I'm walking with the camera. And she's walking, but it's a still shot. So...
All right, good to know. That's pretty
sorry,
cool.
Dave.
No. All right, so that throws that out the window. So they attach this GoPro to the shark. The shark swim around. They see like schools of fish. Then all of a sudden they see this thing. And they claim it's a real mermaid. Now, this has happened in the past, and it turns out that it's usually a cosplayer dressed as a mermaid doing some kind of photo shoot. Now, these fishermen are claiming that they have some real footage. But skeptics are saying that the footage looks edited because the tones of the water change, as the mermaid comes in. So 1 minute, though, the water's pretty blue, and then it turns like a really greenish color, and it jumps to the mermaid who's like swimming upwards. I don't know. It's almost like too perfect.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to add that to the list for the clip show tomorrow. And me and Buddy Money there will review it. Sounds like an interesting film. I don't know if I believe in mermaids or mermen. Merpeople, we should say. Merpeople.
I mean, who knows? We haven't explored the entire ocean, so I'm willing to keep kind of an open mind. But they've even have had people come forward and say, no, that was me doing a photo shoot. And people see these videos and they still insist that it's a real mermaid. So we kind of have to... go with the evidence that we have presented to us. Reminds
me of I was at oh boy, I don't remember the hotel, but they were having the Playboy mansion like Midsummer Eve's dream party, and there were females dressed as mermaids, all posed throughout the pool. Not wearing clothes, of course, but I digress. So I don't know if I believe in actual mermaids. That's another one of those. Everything seems like to be blamed on the females in stories. Stories just need a female to be the bad guy. That's what I think.
I do know that if you go to Mystic, Connecticut for the St. Patrick's Day parade, they do have a float with mermaids on it.
Do they?
They do.
What do the mermaids do other than just wave?
That's about it. And they flop their tails a little bit and they wave.
That's why I hate floats. I hate parades. I can't stand the parade. It's like, it's just people waving. I still haven't figured it out. They should all be shooting T-shirts or some sort of prop or something into the crowd to make people dive and hurt each other. Some kind of entertainment for us at home.
Make it interesting, right, Mike?
Yes. So, David, anything more about the mermaid?
That's it for the mermaids.
All right, let me kick you with something right now. We have actually a rare green comet that is coming across our skies. It should be most viewable at 11 p.m. tonight on to the morning. I don't know the name of this green comet, but I've known that it's been coming for February 1st for quite a while now because I do have a fear of February. I have long feared the month of February. I say it every year. No one believes me. But every bad thing that I've ever happened to me happens in February. And already February 1st has been off to such a rough start. It makes me wonder why there's got to be a green comet coming right now, David. Any thoughts on why there's a green comet that's going to be seen in the sky tonight?
I don't know why it would be green. That would be my first question. So maybe we'd have to check out its chemical composition.
I mean, well, it says why green? As comets whiz by the sun, the star's energy vaporizes the comet's ices into gases, which form a coma, a tenuous, short-lived atmosphere around the rocky body. The color of that coma depends on the makeup of its gas. In the case of Comet C 2022 E3, some of that gas contains diatomic carbon, a molecule made up of two fused atoms. When their molecules are blasted by ultraviolet radiation, they glow green. See, Dave?
All right.
Up-to-date news.
There you
Late
go.
breaking news. We have it covered.
And
They don't have to worry.
this is whizzing by us tonight, you said.
Yep. Starts at 11 o'clock. All right. Let me move on to this one. This is a short one, but I just wanted to get this one out there. I was given this by our producer. This is top 10 celebrities who believe in aliens. Top 10 celebrities who believe in aliens. Okay. Number 10. Let's see. I have not pre-checked this list. Let's see. Winston Churchill. Okay. I find that to be a good one. If Winston Churchill believes in aliens, I'll probably believe him. I mean, he's dead, so can't have that conversation. But if he was alive, yeah, I probably believe him. You?
He was a pretty stand-up guy. I think I would take his word for it.
All right. Moving on to number 9. Khloe Kardashian. No, I don't care. No. Wouldn't know an alien if she married one. Does not know. Boy. Number 8. Hillary Clinton. All right. I actually have a tip for everybody out there. This is alleged. All thoughts that come out of my mouth are just me and me alone speaking them. But I wouldn't believe her if she told me I was wearing a black tie. Don't trust her. Something about her I don't trust. There's just something about her I don't trust. You know what it is? You want to know what it is? It was when she had to try to speak in a man's voice during debates. She's never seen Jake the Snake Roberts, obviously, because she could have cut a promo better than she did when she did those things. Instead of trying to get a deeper voice and yell and scare us all, just stay cool and Jake the Snake Roberts. Sorry. Zayn, who the hell is Zayn? Oh, Zayn Malik from One Direction. That kid's so messed up. He must see aliens nightly. This is one of the worst. Give me Gigi Hadid. It's a model married, I guess, to Zayn. Two birds, one stone. Six
Sure.
in one hand, half dozen. Yeah, right.
Works for me, Mike.
Number 7, Ariana Grande. Who? Why would we care? No one. Ariana Grande. I wouldn't know. Don't believe her. She stole a donut.
Who made this list?
I don't know, but she stole a donut. That still bothers me. All right, Ridley Scott. All right, but now see, here's where I have issue. Doesn't he just make science fiction movies and stuff like that?
I think you're right. Yeah.
So of course he believes in aliens, right? He makes movies about aliens.
That's
right?
like his whole thing, right?
Yep.
Better believe in aliens if you're going to make movies about them, right?
Damn straight. All right, number 3, Gillian Anderson from geez, guys, she's from X-Files. So if she's from X-Files, I mean, duh, right?
I want to believe.
Okay.
Right? That was one of the catchphrases from that show.
Dave, that's another show I've never seen an episode of.
X-Files?
I have several shows that I've never watched one episode of.
That was one of my favorite shows back in the day, but I can't really watch it now. It seems kind of cheesy.
Yeah, I didn't
back and see some of the episodes.
I only put on TV for back in the day for sitcoms. That was about it. That's all I needed in life. Occasionally paranormal news. Number 2 is Katy Perry, which, I mean, why even put her on the list? Thought we were doing celebrities. Last was Nick Jonas. Well, you know what? I don't care that they believe in aliens. Doesn't bother me at all. Matter of fact, Dave. Okay. We are going to a real quick clip here. Don't know why, but we're going.
Hey, Benny, look at the MTV button guy. Tommy, don't touch it. Tommy, what did you do? Benny, I hate the MTV button guy.
What did I just see?
I don't know, but I think we need that effect for the show.
Was that a couple of puppets that hit the MTV button?
They did, and it was.
You should never, ever hit the MTV button. So, David, I'm going to start with this list. This is actually something that I wanted to discuss. This is conspiracy theories. Now,
Okay.
These are 14 conspiracy theories. You do not have to give your opinion. That way, right or wrong, you won't be on the line for this. I'll tell you what, I'll just shoot my opinion. And that way, if they want to blame someone for my opinion, it'll be me. These are the ones that I wrote. These are the ones that I got actually from our producer. 9/11 comes in at the first one written down. The 9/11 conspiracy, that it was not just airplanes that made molten lava. I'm going to allegedly, jokingly, of course, in a comedic tone, say I think that there's a conspiracy there somewhere. I'm giving it a big check. You can't fool me on that one. Princess Diana. I know about this whole the conspiracy theory on how she died. I just truly think she was killed by paparazzi. That's my opinion. I just think they were overzealous paparazzi. No more than that. So there we go. Subliminal advertising. Yep. Now, I think it is true. I think they've caught versions of it. However, it was rather poorly done when they try to find it on rock music, rock albums. If you played this album backwards, you would get all these words. You know how ridiculous that is, David?
It's very ridiculous, especially since I listen to that music and I've never heard those messages in the music.
Well, I don't know what CD it was, but the band that was in did a song called Six Dog. And what happened was the late Joe Moody, rest in peace, Joe Moody, took the vocals and just played the mind backwards and then put a beat under it. And I say, I will get you. Clear as day. And basically, all that means is, phonetically, if you play something I just said backwards, it actually made out a couple of words together, or what sounded like a phrase. Now, was that demonic? No, that was just my voice backwards. So, if they ever did find something, yeah, I could believe you could find a word or two if you play something backwards, but that's not subliminal messaging. Subliminal messaging is when it's planted on a billboard, or it's constantly put in the paper, or my favorite one is they should call it not so subliminal messaging, where all of a sudden a new phrase or new word or new line, tagline comes up in the news, and then every channel says that word, that line, that phrase. Like, that's what gets scary, because you wonder, like, whose idea was it to introduce this new word? Like, to take this new verbiage and be like, all right, every channel use it, go. That worries me. David, the moon landing as a hoax. Now, let me talk about this one. I, at first, was 100% a believer that we landed on the moon. Still somewhat of a believer we landed on the moon. However, I think as time goes by and technology advances, and we keep looking back on that footage, we're going to start to see things that just seem too perfect, too not correct. Like where the light would shine at certain times doesn't match up where they would be on the moon. The fact that the flag, someone's never officially told me this one. The picture of the flag that's completely unfurled, it's just completely at attention, standing straight out. How? Any idea?
Maybe they starched it.
How hard would you have to starch it, you think?
I don't know.
At zero gravity.
I don't get my shirts starched because I think that would annoy me.
And where would you keep a starched flag in the lunar module?
I can't answer that, Mike.
So that's my point, I guess, is, I mean, unless they like it had all kinds of wiring in it and they clicked it.
That was my second guess. Yeah.
And I still don't think it would work right the way it looks. It would still not look as good. So yeah, therefore I do have issues with that one. But we'll leave it there. The other one was Paul McCartney's death. That was just an obvious hoax and a great marketing scheme. One of maybe the greatest marketing schemes by a rock band ever, to have John Lennon say that, you know, in the background was, I think it was Sgt. Pepper. It was on that album. But that became a big deal. People really believed Paul McCartney was dead. But I think that proved itself. Next, the JFK assassination. Wow, we come up in a generation when we get to look back on that one now, and we've seen so many movies about it, and we've heard so many different things on it. I've seen so many different like documentaries on it, this, that, the other, that you have to have some sort of opinion. And in my view, anyone who still believes in a lone gunman should be left alone. I don't think this man was capable of getting off that many shots with that gun from that distance. I always think things are a setup. I'm a very cynical person sometimes. I believe in setups. When it looks too good, you're being set up. I just, you know, maybe it's from being Italian. Did you just grow up around on the East Coast? Everybody here, shady people, shady cities, shady states. If you want to get shady people, come to the East Coast. That's where they hang. All right. Chemtrails. Yeah, I have an issue with that. I really do. That one really is a scary one. I once heard that it takes like a tenth of the gas that you think it would take to fly one of those jets. In other words, that they don't have to load it up with gas. It actually flies on a small amount. But those trails, there could be all kinds of stuff in there, right?
I have a friend who goes berserk every time she sees one of those things. It just makes her flip out. That's her thing. She hates the whole chemtrail thing.
Didn't Alex Jones get himself in trouble for saying that they made frogs gay? Wasn't that the thing he said? Wasn't that like?
I believe so. I believe so.
Where do you think he'd come up with that kind of like research to find that out?
Maybe with the people who created the super pigs.
Maybe, because you got to sit there and watch this frog, watch it hang out, see what it does, see who it goes next to, and then you can decide. A lot of watching frogs makes no sense. Let's see. Wrapping it up with flat Earth. Flat Earth, huh? Flat Earthers. No, not now. Now, people always say, well, why does it look like a globe then? How come it's a globe? Well, I'll defer to the fact that all the other planets are shaped like globes. Well, how come they're all shaped circular? Why? And we have squares and stuff like that. And I always say, well, they're not perfect circles, but when you're looking at it from way out, they almost look like little balls of energy, like pool balls, i.e., planets. So they're round. Dave, yes, please.
So I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you kind of wish that the Earth was flat so that you could push all those people off of it, Mike?
No. Because that wouldn't make sense. If the Earth was flat, I don't think you could push people off of it. What's underneath? That's my first and last question to the people. Like, and does the gravity still work? Got to be a bottom. If you're gonna just say it's flat, there's gonna be a bottom. So what's on the bottom? Is the other people living there? And we're like, it's never made sense to me. Is it like a sandwich? Speaking of sandwiches, never mind. I digress. Let us go now to our on the scene reporter, Jet Fuel Gene Broida. Gene, how are you?
Jet Fuel Gene, doing great this Wednesday evening. How are you?
Hey,
Doing
Gene.
good. Waiting for the green comet to come tonight.
I know, right? Very exciting. Green Comet. But that's not why I asked you here tonight.
Uh-oh.
While the rest of us were enjoying year-end festivities in December 2022, El Prez, Mr. Biden, was busy signing into law a new bill known as H.R. 7776. Oh, so close to 7777, just one away, but no, 7776 out of the House of Representatives is the 2023, that's this year, National Defense Authorization Act, and it's abbreviated NDAA. Okay, so what's the big deal? Why do we care? It's another defense spending bill, isn't it? Yes, but no, there's more. There are two sections of this bill that treat UFOs, which have been renamed UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon, as I have explored in the last 2 weeks here on this show. So what's the deal with HR 7776, National Defense Authorization Act for 2023? What up, what up? Well, to get what's really going on, and by the way, this is being known as a whistleblower act. It protects military personnel who want to come forward with their UFO sightings, okay? This bill builds on prior legislation. We have to go back in time, all the way back to July of 2022, not so far back. At that time, the Department of Defense of the USA issued a press release, and they said they were announcing the establishment of the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. That's AARO, AARO. So what was up with that? On July 15th, 2022, Deputy Secretary of Defense Kathleen Hicks, in coordination with the Director of National Intelligence, basically announced the renaming of the Airborne Object Identification and Management Group. Boy, that's a mouthful. AOIMSG. That's too much acronym. So now we have the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO. So what? Okay, here's so what. This new agency of our federal government, AARO, will coordinate with other Defense Department and intelligence community agencies to, and I'm quoting from their press release, detect, identify, and attribute objects of interest in, on, or near military installations, operating areas, training areas, special use airspace, and other areas of interest, and as necessary to mitigate any associated threats to safety of operations and national security. This includes anomalous, unidentified, space, airborne, submerged, and get this, transmedium objects. Ooh. So what are the primary duties and what is the purview of AARO? Led by the Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security, Ronald Moultrie, the AARO Executive Council will provide oversight and direction of these primary activities. 1, and there are 6 of these. 1, surveillance, collection, and reporting. This is what UFO researchers at every level of government, military, and civilianship, we've been doing this since there has been this, since forever, basically. Renaissance paintings, hello? Okay, first, surveillance, collection, and reporting. 2, system capabilities and design. 3, intelligent operations and analysis. 4, mitigation and, get this, defeat. We're going to defeat these. 5, governance. 6, science and technology. Okay, so what's notable in this section of the bill 7776 is this, and I quote, that basically, before I quote, let me set the stage. This section talks about what is encompassed. What are they talking about here? What's going to be governed? What's going to have oversight? Quote, any activity or program by a department or agency of the federal government or a contractor of such department or agency relating to unidentified anomalous phenomena, including with respect to, here's the list, material retrieval, material analysis, reverse engineering, research and development, detecting and tracking, developmental or operational testing, and security protections and enforcement. So just to summarize, we have a new Department of Defense Security Act, National Security Act, that says there are new agencies working in concert to investigate, and defeat unidentified aerial phenomenon. In other words, defeat by reverse engineering their own technology, the entities that created the technology in the first place. Good luck with that, federal government. Back to you. King Michael, take it away.
All right.
I don't even know where to start with that, but let me start here. So basically, that act says that we can report on stuff, but we can't like look at it or touch it or use it. But they can. But I mean, I kind of get lost. Help me with that.
Sure.
Who can touch it?
There's none of us. None of us.
None of us. Okay.
None of us. No. Only those authorized personnel, right? In the military, Department of Defense, that's national security and intelligence. What we have is a wedding year of military agencies and intelligence agencies. This is what I talked about last week and the week before.
Yeah, so no civilians. So Dave.
Oh gosh, no. Only David, contractors. We would have civilian contractors included there.
David, I'm sorry. You can't be part of it. All right?
We're
breaking the news right now. You can't touch it. You're a civilian. You can't touch it, David. Please.
We're citizen scientists. We don't count.
That's a scary thought.
Only pundits, people who work for Harvard. I'm thinking of that guy, Avi Loeb. I mean, he's a good guy, I'm sure. But why do we need these people in academia, in the military and government telling us what we can research on our own? I mean, we can't see the evidence they've squirreled away, in the big warehouses that we hear all about. Go ahead.
You're inspiring me. I keep thinking I want to do like a video where David and I jump into your head and we'll show like this. We'll show like this big multicolored like circle, Dave, like a tube, but with like all kinds of stuff flying around. It'll just be like almost like Willy Wonka, but better. You know what I mean?
You know what it's like? It's like that Talking Heads video, and she was. It's very retro, but they've got basically cut out objects flying around.
You remember the lead singer, correct?
Great. And then at the end, they're spinning objects.
You remember the
day was really high tech.
Do you remember the lead singer? You remember the lead singer of Talking Heads? All right. Yeah. He graduated and started doing rock down here in RISD.
David Burney.
Yep. Yes. Went to RISD. Started playing clubs around here prior to him going to that.
Talent.
And I think WBRU, rest in peace, was one of the first stations that kind of gave those guys a chance.
Cool.
Yeah, they were a very hard station to break into because they always wanted to be cutting edge. So it's hard for anybody that's caught. They were actually just run by the college for so long, and then they got corporate, and then it died, which a lot of things do. David, you had a story.
I do. So we've been talking about like conspiracies, and X-Files have come up, and so I had a friend who used to investigate some X-File type stuff, and he always told me he didn't believe in aliens, but he believed that time travel is possible. So Mike and Gene, do you think time travel is possible?
Do I think time travel is possible?
Yes.
I'm going to say no right now. Okay. I'm not going to give you that bad line of anything's possible because that's a throwaway line. But I'm going to tell you that not right now. And the only reason I'll say that is because I thought about this walking the dog. I'd be too tempted to go back and take credit for songs or bet all the Super Bowl winners or I just would take advantage. I would take advantage. Yeah. And I'm not that bad of a person. So I don't think anyone really has yet because they would have taken advantage big time. Like somebody rich, unless like a Gates went back in time, who knows?
You'd pull a Biff and a Back to the Future too.
In a that movie. I was like, it's all in the movie there. What's the movie?
Dude, do you know that Netflix had a chance? I'll reverse that. Blockbuster had a chance to buy Netflix. And they turned them down because they thought just sending DVDs out in the mail is never going to amount to anything. And then Netflix became so gigantic that they could open their own Blockbusters. And Blockbuster blew that chance. So if I could go back in time, I'd go meet with the head of Blockbuster. And I'd bang on his door. I'd be, look, dude, go with Netflix, buy Netflix, give me 10%. That's all I'm asking. Do it. And if he did it, that's a lot of shkarol.
How about you? Do you believe in time travel?
Well, and if you're talking to me, which I think you are,
Yeah.
Jet Fuel Gene. Had to remember what my name is, Jet Fuel Gene. Time travel has been examined throughout the ages in literature, of course, because it's such an intriguing notion. And you would think it's in the branch of future technology. Most of us think we don't have it today. Most of us think probably we're not responsible enough to use it. We talk about the time paradox. If you went back and killed your grandfather, would you be killing yourself? Well, presumably yes, unless we don't really understand how incarnation works, how coming into a physical body works, which is entirely possible too. There are many reports of alleged time travelers. What was that guy's name? It started with a T, not
Tom.
Tivor.
Tim.
Not Tivor. I was just watching this video. He comes up, the name pops up, and I'm sorry I can't recall it immediately. But the point being that you would think future beings would have this technology and be responsible enough to use it by then. Titor, the guy's name was Titor.
All right.
So this guy, Titor, Titor.
Question number 2 for you guys.
So, but just to finish, it's not at all clear in my mind that future technological societies would be mature enough to use time travel responsibly. Quantum physicists tell us it is entirely possible.
Yeah, we did touch on that last week, how physicists in some equations say that time flows both forwards and backwards.
Like a Mobius strip, basically.
Yeah.
As I understand it.
So question number 2 for you guys. Do either of you have TikTok? No.
Yes.
Oh, no.
All right.
No.
All right. So
Chinese intrusionware, Chinese spyware.
I don't have it either. But so apparently we have a time traveler from the year 2858 on TikTok.
Right.
This person goes by the name Darkness Time Travel and posted their predictions for 2023.
I read those.
So here we go. Here are the predictions. So Darkness Time Travel says, remember these dates. February 28th, everyone has the same dream of a hostile alien species taking over the Earth. So that is going to happen February 28th.
That's a bold prediction.
Yes.
And if it doesn't come true, it kind of casts a pall over the rest of them.
Well, then he can say someone messed up the time stream and screwed up my predictions. He's got a way out. So.
Yeah, it wasn't the Gregorian calendar. It was the Arcturian calendar.
Right. So now, next date, March 30th. A plane goes missing through a wormhole. 6 seconds passed for the passengers, but it's 6 years to everyone else. I'm pretty sure that was a TV show. So that's the second prediction, March 30th. Next date for us to...
I'm waiting till they're done to respond. Go ahead.
All right. May 4th, human bones are discovered on Mars, leading everyone to believe we are originally from Mars.
All right.
July 2nd, six humans will receive superpowers from the extreme energy of the sun. And I think that was kind of the premise to the TV show Heroes. Wasn't there some kind of eclipse and people awoken superpowers in people?
Will there be a lottery? How do we
I don't
enter?
know.
How can we win?
I don't know. I want to win.
Are you almost done?
I got one more for you, Mike. August 19th, scientists working on a top secret government project open a portal to a parallel universe.
And then what? And all heck breaks loose. It sounds like a movie plot.
Yes. Those are the predictions.
So, let's start off with his February 28th prediction. Everyone has the same dream of alien invasion. No, and no. Let me rethink it. I'm getting a word from our producer. No. There's no way we're all going to have the same dream. Ain't going to happen. No way, no how. I guarantee that one. The 30th of March, a plane goes through a wormhole and 6 years, 6 seconds, this, that, the other. Bones on Mars. Let's jump to August. The portal to parallel universe. Those all could happen. They never tell us. So, is this guy asking us about what could happen and we're never told about? Or is this guy asking about, now he's talking about stuff that's going to happen? It's going to be like on CNN. And you're going to be like, hey, guy, there's a wormhole. There's a new parallel universe, or whatever this maniac's thinking. Lastly, however, I'm sorry.
No, sorry, Mike. Go
Lastly, getting superpowers from the sun is the premise of Superman.
Yes.
Superman, the most famous superhero of all time, gets his powers from the sun. So 228, there's a 2 and another 2. 330, there's a 3 and a 30, 3 and a 3. 5-4, there's a 5 and a 4. 7-6, there's another 7 to 6. And then he says 819. Those are the numbers he used for dates. If you look at those up as dates, they're fake. 228, 330, 54, 76, 819. So the last couple, literally, it's like, you do it backwards, it's 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 8. Get out of here with this kid and these stupid things. You know what I mean? A butter bark upside the head is what he get. He should get aspetta stunada. Like, jeez. I'm sorry. I
Guy's got
digress.
massive followers on TikTok, though. People are like buying into this stuff.
So I am on
Because
TikTok.
People are sheeple. Hello.
Well, they just want to be entertained. The reason I'm on TikTok is because I have this website called legitpodcast.com that shows different legit paranormal podcasts every night live. I'm streaming on the website, and I have to interact with people. And I'm not really good at interacting. That's Buddy's gig. But I got to do it. And no, I won't go watch this guy because it'll be just one more person that's watching this person. And if people want to believe this, let them believe it. I mean, you can just go along checking them off one by one every month. I'll make up one. One will be on January 11th. One's going to be on February 26th. Let's do 3/31. Get out of here. Fakeness. Gene, go ahead before I start cursing in Italian repeatedly.
What's the user ID on TikTok here? Dark something or something dark?
It was Darkness Time Travel.
Yeah, darkness time. Well, darkness time travel. Space is dark, right? But the first dream, it intrigues me because, it could have been a dream about a happy spiritual race that's promising us all enlightenment, But no, it was dark clouds, dark name, doom and gloom. Not very useful in my paradigm. But it could be right. I'm not saying it's wrong. Well, we only have 27 days to the first prediction. So, hey, we could start a pool, a betting pool. What do you think? I think I'm not going to have that dream. Or if I do, I won't remember it. How many times you have a dream you don't remember?
Gene, if we're putting money down on this, then the Italian guy won't tell you if he had the dream or not. He'll bet on the under. Just saying.
If knowing what I know, if people do have this dream, it's because he set them up to have it. And it's going to be on their minds as they fall asleep, especially approaching that date. And for some people, it could incubate that dream experience.
Oh, for the people that heard about it.
Yes.
Hypnotic suggestion of some kind?
Yes.
But the true experiment would be go to next door, wake your old neighbor who doesn't watch stuff like this, and ask him what he dreamt last night. Now, if he proceeds to tell you that story, it's a little more believable. If he threatens to shoot you if you don't get out of his house, then that's just average day. Anything else about that tomfoolery?
So, following up on the bones on Mars thing, there's an alien researcher named Scott Waring, self-proclaimed alien researcher. He says that he was studying images of Mars and he spotted something strange between the rock formations. And he says he sees an elephant on Mars, or an elephant-like creature on Mars. Now, I looked at the pictures and all I saw was a rock kind of shaped like an elephant. So I don't know.
Okay. I don't trust what's on Mars or the other side of the moon. I believe, and I'm speaking once again, just for myself, King Michael, not for anyone else, allegedly, whatever word you want to throw in there legally. Here I go. Yeah, I think that there's more stuff on there than they're showing, both places. I don't think you spend all that money and send a video camera that only goes like a foot off the ground to Mars. Like, make it a little bigger, for crap's sake. Then you say you put a starch flag in the lunar module. Like, if you did that, then you could get something that's 4, 5, 6, 7 feet off the ground and let it look around. All I saw was the ground and cracks. I don't want to look at cracks. If I want to go look at cracks, I go outside, look at the street. Gene?
I think that flag on the moon had a wire in it that held it out, but I may be wrong about that. The basic idea was that once unfurled, that flag would keep its position because of the almost absent atmosphere on the moon. But the video gravity I saw, I was at summer camp when
it would float up
when they landed on the moon, and that famous sound bite, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. That, some PR person wrote that and made Neil Armstrong say it. That wasn't his own words. Now as an adult, I know that. But what an achievement if it really happened. And I gave it no, never mind until I got onto YouTube and started looking at, on a sidebar, it said, hey, if you like that, you might like to see why the moon landing was fake. And I was like, what? And so I started watching all these videos, which anybody who's into this would have done by now, that show this and the other. And about the flag, there is apparently some video that shows the flag actually kind of moving as if it's waving. It's not that the flag stands out straight. That's weird on the moon. It's that it would have movement from something. And the explanation was that one of the astronauts kind of knocked into it or something, but there was nobody around it at the time. There was a video, I don't know if it was fake, but it really, it seemed to show a spider coming down on a filament into frame. Like, in other words, I think some of the magazine cover art that came from the moon landing was shot in a sound studio, that there is live footage on the moon, but we will never see it. And that's when, when the Eagle landed on the moon in the Sea of Tranquility, they went to the medical channel because they saw Santa Claus all around. Santa Claus is NASA speak, NASA code for UFO activity. And apparently around the ring of this very pronounced crater, there were huge alien spacecraft. And after a while, beings floated out of these crafts and settled underneath, watching the astronauts. Now, wouldn't that give you the willies?
Well, now, I also YouTube dive. Heck, I was watching a video last night about how to get rid of snake bite venom. But anyways, going back to this thing, there's a Buzz Aldrin audio clip of him saying to NASA, yeah, they're still watching.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard that, but
yes, that's what I'm talking about.
And him and them, where they're in code saying, yeah, they're still there, still watching. I don't know, all that kind of stuff. But that kind of weirded me out. And then really quick, so there's no air, no oxygen, no air.
Very little.
And there's what called zero gravity, but which is not zero gravity.
Very little.
If there was zero gravity, it would go.
There might be zero oxygen.
Right? All right. That would still make a flag go up. Right? Right? If you held out a shirt on the moon, shouldn't it go up in the air? Or would it drop straight down? But either way, it wouldn't stand out straight now, would it?
I think there's enough gravity on the moon that it would settle to the surface. But I'm going to go look and see about the oxygen thing. You may be right that there's absolutely zero oxygen up there, but there's a little bit of gravity.
Little bit of gravity, zero oxygen, I believe. So I just put those together, and I just think about how a flag flies, and it bothers me. Really quick, boy, we got to go to this. This is for a all right, upcoming movie. Hold on 1 second. We'll be right back. I don't know. I don't get it. Well, I guess that's a wow.
Okay, so I got the answers from
Go
before the
ahead.
break. Quickly.
Please.
Okay. So on the moon, there's no air to breathe. No
No.
breezes to make the flags planted there by the Apollo astronauts flutter. However, there is a very, very thin layer of gases on the lunar surface that can almost be called an atmosphere. Technically, it's considered an exosphere. And the gravity on the moon is 1/6 of Earth. There you have it.
All right. So 1/6 of the gravity, would you think would still make it fall as opposed to 5/6
Oh, yeah.
making
Yes,
it want to go up in the air?
Yes, you bet. 1/6
All right.
gravity is still gravity.
I know, but
still a pull.
But if we do the math on that one, if there's 1/6 gravity, that means there's 5/6 non-gravity.
Correct.
What about that 5/6? What happens there?
They reduced that to like 83%. Your weight would be, if you want to go on a diet, go to the moon because you'll weigh like only
That's my point.
1/6.
Well, that's my point. Dave, you get what I'm saying? Like, at what point does it, switch over to becoming like anti-gravity? But I guess it's only 1/6. You still believe in that?
16%. So if you weighed 100 pounds on Earth, and who does?
16 pounds.
A dog. No, a kid. Some small people. If you weighed 100 pounds on the moon, you would weigh 16.7 pounds.
Oh, well, all right. You're going to get decimal
right.
points.
Yeah, we got to go decimal. What's the math thing?
Decimal points.
Almost 17. It's like that HR bill. It's 7776. Oh, so close to 4 sevens. That would be like a cult.
Yeah, I'll do you one better. How about cars for
kids? Like the next door neighbor of 7777.
Gene, how about the commercial for cars for kids? You ever hear that commercial?
No, I don't watch commercials. You have to educate me.
It goes 1877 cars for kids, KARS cars for kids. The whole song, right? But
it's very effective advertising if you remember it.
I don't like it. This is why I don't like it. Here's why I remember it.
Clearly
it says
effective.
1877 cars for kids, KARS for kids. How many freaking numbers am I dialing? Do I just start dialing until it connects? Or could they just give me 10 numbers? Because 1877, that's already taken care of. Cars, that's 4 numbers. I don't care how you spell it. And then you're saying for kids? It's another 5 numbers. What am I dialing?
Why do kids need cars? What's this about?
I have no idea, but it's a man, I will find it. It's 1877.
Do kids need cars?
Cars for kids. KARS, cars for kids. And then it's like, I just want to lose my mind and pull
this is why I don't watch commercials, because they fill the head with mindless drivel. No offense.
But no offense taken. That's all my head is usually filled with. Here it is, cars for kids. Let's see if we can share this. This is going to be phenomenal because it just
gotta say it like you're from Chicago. Cars for kids.
I could do it like I'm from Boston. I could. Kaz, get the cat. Scott. Oh, God, Scott, get the cat. Hold on. Here it is. Cars for kids. Here we go.
Now you're advertising this thing you don't like.
I know, but hold on.
1877 cars for kids. KARS cars for kids. 1877 cars for kids. Donate your car today. Donate online.
All right. Did you see the numbering at least?
Donate a car
right here.
And help kids. Help kids
877
how to play instruments.
David, 877 cars for kids. I guess they mean they want us to spell it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more numbers. Help me here. Help me with the number, or is it just it stops the S? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. Are there 10 more numbers after an 877 number? Not that, Dave, you call 877 numbers.
I didn't think you could do that.
So what am I calling?
What you're saying is there's too many numbers there.
You think that's what I'm saying, Gene?
Well, it's late in the day. Let me connect a few dots.
I got it. Back to that. But Dave, you get that, right?
That's why they call me jet fuel.
It's messed
Quick on
up.
the uptake.
Wait, what are like? What do they expect people to do? You know, I know. I bet to date that not one person has donated a car to kids. That's why these kids need cars, because no
Well,
one
I
will
take
donate
that
it to them.
bet, but I bet the other side. I'll bet at least one person has donated a car for kids.
No, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you can't reach them, you can't donate a car. So I'm willing to bet you the
These
lot
people live down the
green.
street from the organization. They just walked down, you know. They drove their car down and
baloney.
walked home, you know.
David, anything else you have? I have some real quick, but if you have anything else,
all I know is come July 2nd, if I get superpowers, you'll be showing paranormal clips of me because I'm gonna have fun with that stuff if it happens.
all right, you get 2 superpowers. Which ones do you get?
Invisibility
Okay.
and I don't know what the other one would be. I'd have to think about that one. Put some really good thought into it.
Gene,
My superpowers?
you get 2 on July.
Wow.
They're coming in July.
Wow. Totally unprepared.
Yeah, I know. But what do you got?
Invisibility is hard to beat.
Mhm.
I think being able to move objects with my mind.
Okay. So you're
That's
going to be
cool.
invisible and
I
you're
watch Stranger Things.
Mike,
So
does
you're
super speed trump invisibility? What do you think?
the super speed trump invisibility. Yeah, any day of the week.
Maybe the Naruto run.
No, because the Flash
me,
himself.
The Naruto run. That
What's
would be
that?
awesome.
What's that?
That's that anime character who runs really fast. His legs turn around and the rest of his body is straight, but his arms are held backwards. He runs with his arms backwards, not like when you fly, your arms are out front. But this guy has his arms straight out. You can't see him, but they're straight out back. And he's very intent. No, he runs. He's a run. It's called the Naruto run. I'm like, what the heck? I read it in an article that something reminded somebody of the Naruto run. I was like, what the heck is that? So I went looking for it. It's a thing. It's a meme.
But you don't want that.
It's a superpower.
Dave?
Right?
Anything else with invisibility?
I don't know. I'm thinking I might change it to super speed because if you move fast enough, you're invisible to people.
You get 2. Yeah.
What about this one, Dave? What about eat whatever you want and never gain weight? That would be a very cool superpower.
I don't know.
No, I would not want that one. Because that would
eat what you want and don't gain weight.
Come on, you give me that ability, I'm never leaving the house. Maybe to go to like Wright's Farm for the all-you-can-eat chicken and macaroni with that salad that they do. Like I might do that, but that's bad. That turns to gluttony. I don't want that as a superpower. Look, it's easy. Someone asked me, "What do you want for 2 superpowers?" This is exactly what I say. I want to have the ability to run like the Flash, and then I want to control all the metal like Magneto. Right now, if you could control metal, you could go to these gigantic holes where they have women and children chopping away so that your iPhone is better, and you could just pull it up out of the ground, hold it up in the air, and then charge the companies, and I could change the whole world. I could change all the economics of the world if I controlled metal. You understand what I'm saying? Like I would be a super villain. That's the problem here. I've never agreed that I would be a superhero because that's not in my DNA. If you give me those powers, man, I'm taking over. I'm lifting stuff. Oh man, I walk around just finding electric cars and going crunch, and they just crush right down. I'm like, how much money do you save on that one? You know what I mean? Or like, you know what I mean? Look, what if I'm at the light and somebody goes to go and they don't even put the blinker on? You know, they freak me out, and I just go, cars up in the air, Dave. It's on top of Lowe's. Those are superpowers. I think, I don't know. Maybe just me. What do you guys think?
I don't know. Wolverine's healing factor would be interesting. I think immortality would be pretty interesting. Though you might
no. You don't want immortality. That's why we came to Earth. We came to Earth to be mortal. Because immortality, is in our essences, we're all eternal beings, which means we never die, really. So when we incarnate, we're a spiritual phenomenon inhabiting a human body for a while, right? But when we're released from our human body, we're back in eternity again, and it's boring. That's why we came here, to spice it up.
I want it just be. I just want it to eventually end, Dave. Like, I'm not asking for it to end right this minute. I'm just saying, like, I look back and things I've done already at 74, and I think I've done a lot already. We could call it a wrap if we had to. Like, it's not that big a deal. Like my mind has changed as far as like jumping in front of like a car to save somebody. Like, I would definitely do it more now because well, who cares? Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen anyways. And since it's February, I'll probably take the hit.
So Audra was saying shape shifting would be cool. I just saw a little comment pop up. That would be pretty cool, like a mistake kind of thing.
Yeah, but the lamest thing in superhero history was the Wonder Twins, and one Wonder Twin got to be any animal she could think of, and one Wonder Twin can shapeshift only into forms of water.
Right.
How that was done, I still don't get. Because, I mean, you get to be a bird, a bear, a lion, cup of water, ice cube, steam. Not even close to being fair. So shape-shifting, Audra, maybe. But what if you don't get to shape-shift into what you want? What if you get that superpower, and this guy has got a curse on us, and everything that we wanted for superpowers turns out to be negatives, and Audra, you can't, like, stop being, like, I don't know, a mop. What if you're a mop? Audra, what if you're a mop? Could you deal with that? Because I wouldn't think that was super. Like, if you came to me as a mop, I'd have to say, no, not super. You need a different superlative. How about, okay, I guess. How about we just write that down instead of superhero? Dave, what do you think about mops?
They're useful.
That's good.
I don't know. I don't use one that often. I probably should. My wife would be happier.
Hey, at least she has a good opinion on life. If you're going to be a mop, be the best mop you could be. Otherwise, why be a mop? Why be a mop?
I got to interrupt. I'm shouting out Audra because I invited Audra to give us a listen. So, hi, Audra. I can't comment because I'm a guest on the show. I don't know why. It's a tech thing. But I'm glad you came out. And yeah, shape-shifting is cool. As for mops, Swifter is swifter.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I'm not a big mop guy. Mostly I'm a sweeper. Sweeper? Sweepy?
I'm a bit of a sucker. I like the vacuum.
Oh, see, not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. David, are you gonna go outside tonight? Watch the green gas? Comet.
I think I'm gonna take some NyQuil and pass out after this. To be honest with you, Mike.
Yep, I gotta be honest. Had a fever all day. Had a fever for 2 straight days. I'm sweating in a tie. But show goes on. I still might go see the Green Comet. What if I get superpowers? What if tonight's the night on February? You know what? Knowing my luck, though, David and Gene, it's February. If I go outside, that comet might land on my head. Like, I might just, like, you know what? There's nothing worse than having your face changed permanently when you don't want to have it changed permanently. Kind of like if you get plastic surgery and it doesn't go correct, or if your nose is as broken as mine. Like, my nose was never, I wasn't born with a crooked nose. Like, you know what I mean? I earned a crooked nose. You know what I mean? Like, this is earned. Like, the fact that there's no dent on this side of my face, do I care? No. I never went back to get it fixed, and I should, because I only breathe with one nostril. I digress. Gene, you have anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Well, it's a pleasure, as always, to join you. And I was just checking to see about the Green Comet. It's been 50,000 years since it's been by, so you might want to give it a look. Tonight is the night. Greatest potential for visibility with the naked eye starts tonight. And tomorrow it will be the closest to Earth, 26 million miles away. And there's more. Just look up an article if you want to see the Green Comet. Not to be confused with the Green Hornet.
Or the Green Lantern.
Exactly.
All true.
It's been real. It's been fun, and it's been real fun.
David, what do you got?
So if anybody dreams of hostile alien takeovers on February 28th, I expect you all to report into the show.
Yeah. So good luck with that, everybody. We're wishing you the best on having a dream of world domination. Hope your morning coffee's good.
Independence Day.
Let's see. We have shows that have been going on every night but Saturday here at legitpodcast.com. Legit Paranormal sponsored. Tomorrow night we have the clip show. I hope to now go and find that mermaid video. Maybe, David, you can copy and paste that son of a gun. Let me see it. I'll review that tomorrow along with Buddy Money Thayer. And we may be adding a third host. But just trying to expand some events coming up for the summer. Other than that, it's just grind. Want to thank all the people that have been tuning in and supporting us. It's hard to get people to watch live. It's easier to get people to watch afterwards. So when you see all the views pat on afterwards, because people watch it at their own leisure. But to get even 5, 20 people to watch you live is fantastic because they have to make a point to sit down and listen to you speak. So thank you to all those people because they don't have to do that. Not a single one does, but they do. If you have any paranormal proof or anything you want us to do on the show tomorrow, we're already booked, but we would be next week. legitparanormalproof@gmail.com. legitparanormalproof@gmail.com. I'm going to wrap this up now. Right after we're done, we're going to a quick video. I think it's an outtake. Some outtakes are saying, and then the show will end. So I bid adieu to you guys right now. So for Jet Fuel Gene Broida, for Dreamy David Barr, it is me, Mike Lepre, Hey-I-N-G. This was Legit Paranormal News brought to you by legitpodcast.com. We will see you again next week. Thank you. We're out. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Hello? Just say your name and say the cereal. Try the pitch line. What the hell was that? Okay. Someone want to say, I'll just go. Hey, how you doing? It's me, Vinny the Cop. You know, roommate with little Tommy Tools, Vinny the Cop. Anyways, you kids should start your day with a healthy breakfast. Gita Flakes. If they're good enough for the captain, they're good enough for you. So eat your fucking cereal. How is that? You can't swear. Says who? Next. Jerko. Flakes. Is anybody listening? Hello? Hello? All right, good. Should I go? Hey, guy. Hey, how you doing? It's me, little Tommy Tools. Did you miss me? Anyways, I don't even understand why I gotta say this, guy. I mean, come on, guys. The captain. I gotta tell these people to eat his cereal because he's the captain? Of course you're gonna eat his cereal, guys. It's number 2. 2, guy. Guy's number 2. Little Tommy. Sometimes I take naps. Little Tommy Toes. Hi there. When I need This fucking ghost, man. This fucking ghost. Beware the captain. How are ya? It's me, Fran, the fireman. I think that's so clever, I can't. Anyways, I just want to say, hey, how are you? And to all the kids out there. When you get hungry in the morning and your tummy hurts, my tummy's doing tumble twirls. Tell Mom and Pa to get you a bowl of Derek Jeter's Flakes. Does everybody like the captain? Who does like the captain? I like number 2. Little Jimmy, you do not get Jeter Flakes. Jimmy, you will never get Jeter Flakes. Never, Jimmy. Never. No, Jimmy. Arrgh. In the morning, if you're hungry, you can have a bowl of... You suck! Get off! How you doing, man? It's me, Leon the Lion. I got like that. Use your regular voice.
Very well, my good man. My name is Leon the Lion. These are Jita Flakes, the captain. Number 2. You should eat them for breakfast. Why, you ask? Because he's the captain. Number 2. How many pro athletes do you know that could be in a big market like New York City and play baseball for 20 years and never end up in the tabloids about all the millions? And Leon means the millions of women he must have slept with. Why would you not eat his flakes? That is a man that you would eat his flakes.
So my name's Leon the Lion.
It's like we're fucking invisible, guy.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I fucking mean, guy? Can you see me, guy? No, not really. All right, let's just do this, guy. Vic and Tony, Jita Flakes. What's a flake? What's a flake? Fuck this. I'm out. Get the fuck. Yo, what's a flake? Fuck. I'm out. You can't, fuck you. Can't even see me. I'm out. Why would he speak that way? Because you're a fucking douchebag. Now go fuck yourself, you fucking dragon douchebag jerk. Such mean words. You don't know what a fucking flake is, guy. A fucking flake. A fucking flake. A fucking flake. Flake. Fucking flake, guy. What are you? Shut up.